Good afternoon. Today is September the 4th, or correction, September the 8th. We're looking at section 2-3 in our pre-calculus book. What I want to do is show you a couple of problems that we looked at today, and then you'll be able to work your homework. Remember, tomorrow is the mid-chapter quiz for chapter 2, so that I would expect you to work that and send it to me sometime tomorrow. So there are two types of problems here. The first type of problem is basically just a synthetic division problem. So if I type in the function here, it's going to be f of x equals 8x to the 4th plus 26x cubed minus 103 x squared minus 156x plus 45. So if I go back in and put in the exponents, so this is 8x to the 4th, this is the 4th power, this is the 3rd power here, this is the square here, and then I have the 1st power. Now, if you remember with synthetic division, we take our division bar here and we write down the coefficients. So if I write down, I come in here and do my text. So all I do is just write down the coefficients. So I put 8, and I would put 26, and I would put minus 103, I would put minus 156, and I would put 45. And I'm going to divide this by, since I'm looking at, I've got a couple of possible factors here, minus 5 and 3. So I'm going to put here, I'm going to put a minus 5. Now, so if you remember, I come across here, I draw my horizontal line, then I can drop the 8 down. So I'll go ahead and draw this. So I can drop the 8 down here. Then I multiply 8 times minus 5 and I get a minus 40. I add these two numbers and I get a minus 14. I multiply minus 14 by minus 5 and I get 70. I get 70 here. So that leaves me with a minus 33. I multiply minus 5 times minus 33 and I get 165. 165 plus, so I add this and I get 9, and then I multiply 9 times minus 5 and I get minus 45, and the fact that this remainder is 0 means that minus 5 is a root. Now, so I'm going to do the same thing again with a 3. Now, in this case, I'm going to keep going. Don't go back to the beginning. Come right to here, put the 3 in, because I started with a 4th degree. This is a 3rd degree. So now if I come down here, I'm going to come across here, and I got do the same thing over again. So drop my 8 down. I get 3 times 8 is 24. If I add these two numbers, I get a plus 10. I multiply 3 times 10 and I get 30. I add these two numbers and I get a minus 3. And I multiply 3 times minus 3 and I get a minus 9. Now, once again, I have a 0 remainder, so that tells me that 3 is also a root. And then what I can do here, remember now this is 4th degree, 3rd degree, so this is 2nd degree, so this is 8x squared plus 10x minus 3. And if I try to factor this, so I can go, remember now, I'm dealing with 24, so I'm looking at the factors of 24 that have a difference of 10. 3's only got one set of factors, so I'm going to put a 3 right here. I'm going to put a 1 here. Now, so to get a 12, I got to multiply this 3 by 4 up here up front. So this is 4x, and that would make this 2x. Now, my bigger one's plus, so this is going to be a plus here, and this is going to be a minus here. So I multiply this out, I get 8x squared. 12x minus 2x is 10x, and minus 3. So my factors of this 4th degree polynomial are 4x minus 1, 2x plus 3, x plus 5 from the minus 5 up there, and x minus 3 from the plus 3 that I got. So these are the 4 factors, and that's basically synthetic division allows you to be able to break down these types of polynomials and find out their factors and find out where they cross the x-axis, okay? Now, so if you look at, this is problem 58. If you look, problem 59 is your homework. It's very similar. You look at the graph and it'll show you the possible numbers to try and then go through the synthetic division. Now, so I'm going to erase this. I'm going to show you one other problem that you need to be able to do. So, and once again, if I'm going too fast here, you know, since you've got a video, you can pause this and look, or even run it back and go like that. Or you can go to Khan Academy and you can look at synthetic division, and there should be a situation there. So now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to look at a very similar situation. So I've got so we're going to do synthetic division. Now in this case, I've got a x cubed, so that's a 1. This is problem number 53. So I've got x cubed, I've got a minus k x squared. And then I've got plus 2x. And then I've got a minus 4. And I'm going to divide this by x minus 2, so I'll put a plus 2 out here. Now, the problem here says, okay, what value do we have to make k to make 2 a root and x minus 2 a factor? So I'll show you if we go through, it's the same thing that we did before, except now in this case, see, I'm going to drop the 1 down, multiply the 2, so I get 2 times 1 is 2. Now I've got, I don't know what k is, so I just end up down here with 2 minus k. Okay, that's what I get when I add 2 and minus k. Now if I multiply this, 2 times 2 minus k, I get 4 minus 2k. minus 2k Okay, now that I add this, so the 4 and the 2 gives me 6. I got 6 minus 2k. Remember, you can't combine the 6 and the k term. Okay, then I multiply again, so I get up here, so I get 12 minus 4k. Now, if 2 is going to be a root and minus 2 is going to be a factor, then when I add these two terms here, I get 8 minus 4k, and this has to be equal to 0. So I solve this for 0, and I get 4k equals 8, so I get k equals 2. Okay, now those are the two types of problems that we really talked about today. So I'll stop sharing here. And remember, as I said, tomorrow we'll be working on the mid-chapter quiz. So you have your chapter 2 syllabus, so you can see the problems that you have to work in that mid-chapter quiz. It's not all of them, but just selected ones. So if you have questions, as always, send me an email and let me know what's going on. Thank you.